let's move on. Let's get to the
spoilers.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Countdown.
First thing I just want to say is that I got so hyped about that I was jumping out of my seat.
Yeah.
We saw a mythosaur,
We saw a
dude.
mythosaur.
We saw a mythosaur, and it was so cool.
It was so
Seriously.
legit myth.
That the whole episode was good. Like I liked it. Definitely,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is Star Wars, man. This is awesome. I'm enjoying this. And then we got that, and I was like, they're doing everything I want them to do. That's the thing. Like I've always wanted to see a mythosaur because it's just a huge part of Mandalorian
Because it's
lore.
a myth
Yes.
up to this point.
Right.
Yeah, and like I'm glad. Like I thought they were gonna, because some mythosaurs they show they're like not very big. Because you always see like the
the tiny
skull
ones.
things, and you're like, oh,
The
that's
little
not very
babies.
That's
big.
cute.
But
That's cute.
in this, dude, it was like that thing is
That's a
massive. That's
a
like the great
mythosaur.
dragon.
It was like
Yeah.
a
If
dinosaur.
not bigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, here we go, dude.
Yeah. Also, I love I love the idea that he was like he pulled Din down to the depths,
Yeah,
and then he just like hid,
Let him
and
go.
then
Yeah,
Bo-Katan saw him, and he's like, "Hey."
What's up?
yeah, that's so. There are questions I
Hi,
have
how
in
are
this
ya?
episode. It was
Yeah.
definitely
Hi,
a good
how are ya?
episode, but it was like,
I can
why?
explain.
Why did the mythosaur drag him down to the bottom of the?
That's what he's been
The
trained
Like
to
I
water.
said,
do.
yeah, he's been trained. He knows the routine.
Nick and I
What-
explain
Okay,
this to
yep.
you.
He's
No.
like, yep, I'm listening, waiting for the cue, and pull
Now.
you under. Pressurize your helmet.
Yep.
Put you down there. Now you
Set
got
you
to
on
swim
the
all the way
bottom.
back. Ha ha. And then he sits there and he's like, "Yeah, just gotta wait."
Oh, this one's different
Oh.
this time. Someone's saving him.
Hi, how are you?
That's what's going through the myth.
Yeah.
I like how we just went deep.
He's
into
just
the
like,
mythosaur's
"Don't move."
Mind.
She can't see us if we don't move.
Is she seeing us right now?
Is she-
Armor gonna.
Yep, shined it right in my eye. She sees
Ow.
me.
Come on, man.
Hi,
That's-
how are you?
blinded me.
You're not supposed to do
Yeah.
that. That's not part of the thing.
Yeah,
It's not part of the plan.
yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I was like, why didn't it just eat him? Like if it was ginormous.
I think it's because it's
He
part of the
just
ritual.
had
You're
his
supposed
lunch.
to get dragged down
I don't know, but
by
they
the
always said
mythosaur. And see,
I mean-
Bo-Katan thinks the whole thing's just it's
She
a
needed
joke.
to
I know
see
it was for her.
Yeah,
But it was convenient plot than
Yeah.
it was like an actual reason. That's
It was.
the thing. That's
she needed to believe.
I know, but that's that's what I'm saying for this episode. There's
Yeah.
more convenient plot things than there are that actually make sense.
It's
Like,
called plot armor.
Yeah, I know, but
and it's gonna change the world.
there could be some tighter writing, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You could
I think though the mythosaur.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not
Yeah.
really criticizing it too hard. I'm
Right.
just I understand
Too
why
hard.
they did it. I just think they could
Felt
have
a little
given us a
confu-
better reason or showed us a different way that would have elevated the story a little bit more.
Yeah,
hmm
his Beskar suddenly got magnetized, and the magnet was at the bottom of the ocean
Right.
or the
It,
water.
it reminded me of like undersea creatures
the
that
mythosaur
like
didn't
play
even
with their
touch 'em.
food or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
It was like they just drag it like down to the bottom, and
Yeah.
they're like, I'm not hungry right now. I just
He's
ate
like,
my
a little
lunch."
midnight snack.
Or I guess you could say
Yeah.
he had the Mandalorian armor on. If it tried to bite him, it couldn't because it had,
Yeah.
he had the armor. I guess you could say
Well,
that, or he
I
wasn't the same
wonder.
as those other creatures that it's been eating
Right?
or
Like,
something
how
like that.
filling could a Mandalorian be?
Right.
Maybe we'll get like
Just a
Gandalf
maybe.
being pulled
Just a
down
maybe.
by the
That's what it reminded.
Balrog.
Yeah, that's
Or-
kind of what it reminded me of.
And then they were gonna get it in another episode. Like this is exactly what was happening as he was getting pulled under.
Yeah. Now he's
trying to
Mando.
eat him.
Now he's
They're gonna give it
Mando
from-
the White.
the white,
oh,
yeah.
not again.
He was Mando the Gray.
Yes. His
Now he's Mando
his-
another Lord of the Rings reference.
I know, dude. There are a lot of Lord of the Rings references. Mines of Mandalore,
Mines
Mines of
of
Moria.
Mandamoria.
It's underground.
the
There's
Shelob,
creatures still living
the
down there. The
Shelob
Shelob
thing.
thing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's, Which
Nah.
that whole arc felt a little forced again. Like
Yeah.
Shelob.
yeah,
it
the
didn't
whole Shelob part.
really explain what that creature
Yeah.
was.
What was that creature and why was it there? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Why
guess
does
it was
it
like a
have-
scavenger.
It looked like Grievous.
Yeah, it
It
did.
did.
But was it Grievous? I don't think so.
No, it
Nah.
definitely was not.
It looked
Grievous
like
is
a-
dead.
It's
It looked
Grievous
like
without
a-
his clothes.
Yeah. Ooh. Gross.
What'd you say?
I didn't need that visual.
What'd you say?
What
did
what?
he say?
What? What?
What
Yeah, but no, it had like a only a section of like
eye, like an
of a
eye.
head,
Yeah,
and
It
it
was
looked
a
human, and I was like,
cyclops.
"What is this thing?"
kind of.
It
yeah.
looked human.
Yeah, the section right here.
What if that was just a mutated Mandalorian?
That's
that
what I'm
kept
saying.
Itself alive.
How did he get that way though?
Yeah.
You know, he didn't just cut himself up and put himself in that.
Put him in a stew.
I feel
boil
like
him,
we're,
mash him, stick him in a stew.
the thing is, I feel like we're thinking about it a lot more than what they thought.
Yeah,
I'm
sure
I'm
they'll
not
explain it
criticizing.
later.
I'm
Could be
just
a
saying,
problem.
like, they're like, oh, cool, new character. This is what I thought of, and I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. And they're like, oh, it's been in Star Wars before.
Also,
you
it
know?
looks like a
It's
bionicle.
believable. It did.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where they got the
Right, they're coming
influence
back.
from.
I
Star Wars
forgot about
Bionicles.
that crap.
Yeah, it could be. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest jump scare I've had in like Star Wars. I feel
Yeah.
like that. I definitely jumped.
Yeah, he's looking at the helmet, and then suddenly it's like,
Bop.
I was like, whoa!
How did it know to be right there?
I think he just said it.
That Mandalorian helmet was the trap.
It's the
It
You know.
seems about right.
it's
I mean,
the
it's-
convenience of the writing.
It seems
Again, see, that's what I'm
right.
saying.
It's-
Like,
he had
there's
not-
one path
There's
to follow,
coincidences.
and
Yeah.
everything he did along the way.
it might not have been the
was
helmet.
What
It
he
might,
could do.
yeah, it might have been just because those creatures roam down there.
Yeah, maybe
And-
it's been dormant all this time, and then finally
That helmet was
sensor
weighing him
went
down.
off.
Yeah.
And yeah, the helmet was weighing him down.
He couldn't
He's
get
like,
up.
Oh, thank goodness I can move.
You have to be
It's
worthy.
weighing it
Yeah.
down.
You have to be worthy to lift it.
Worthy.
Worthy.
It was
He
Thor's
chose
Mjolnir.
poor.
Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
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 Mjolnir. Third one's better, way better than the last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's keep spoiling things, baby. Other
Baby!
points to this episode. I do love the fact that we went to Mandalore. We have not
Yeah.
been to Mandalore live action
Nope.
and after
After.
A Night of a Thousand Tears.
Night of a Thousand Tears.
That was crazy.
Only
dude.
1,000.
Wait,
yeah,
guys,
that's just what they call
We
it.
got
There were more
1,000
than that.
Seems kind of low.
Literally, everybody was crying, and then it stopped after 1,000 tears. were
They're
shed.
like, crap. We
They're
hit
like,
it.
all right, we got to move on. Come on, guys.
because they were all bombed to death.
Right?
That's why it stopped.
No
Yeah,
more
right.
tears.
Their tears evaporated.
Their tears turned into crystal.
Yeah. Crystal. Crystal.
Did you say kiss the crystal?
No.
Kiss
that's
the
not-
girl.
I just said crystal.
Go
No,
on
you said
in,
crystal
kiss
crystal.
the crystal.
Yeah, it came out weird.
Yeah, it came
Fa
out
la
weird.
la 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 la, don't be shy.
No,
What you gonna do
that's
about
a copyright strike
That
right
was
there.
definitely a copyright strike.
Yeah.
What
you
if
gonna
he
do
shows
about
up? No, he showed up
Sebastian is the.
in the bottom of where the
Yeah, he's
Mythosaur
like,
is.
sing with me now.
Sing with me now.
Sing with me now.
Dude, that would
Oh,
been
man.
hilarious. Under the sea, Mythosaur.
Under the sea.
I love the fact that we got to see Mandalore, even though we were in the same spot. It was still cool to see the planet and what had happened.
Yep.
The whole R4 arc was it was funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't like blow you away funny, but it was definitely still funny. And the whole
I was
heli motel.
I was honestly disappointed that they
Yeah.
didn't get IG-11.
I mean,
Yeah.
I assume eventually he's gonna be.
Yeah,
Awoken.
IG-11's coming back. I
Awoken.
think it was more of a tease, but I was definitely disappointed too because I
Yeah.
was ready. Like
Like,
that's
yeah.
what they were teeing up,
We don't
right.
want no
and it would have
Right.
made sense. Like,
astromech.
No.
why do we do this?
And they
alternate
didn't really
thing?
do
Only
much.
Astromech
I almost
is R2D. R2D is just astromech, right?
yeah.
That's the only astromech we want.
Although yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because he would have done his job really well.
He
and-
wouldn't
and
have
he
been
would have
done
killed
so-
all
Or,
those creatures.
Or Chopper.
Chopper, but
Chopper.
Chopper's got attitude, man.
He's got
It's kinda
that
hard-
attitude.
He's
kinda
also
hard to
got a
deal with.
high kill count.
He does actually. You're right.
Man's in the hundreds.
So does R2.
Millions,
though.
actually.
R2's got a massive kill
Yeah.
account. If you look at
They
it.
both do.
Oh,
Basically,
killing droids,
they should
baby.
be in jail.
Yeah. Droid jail.
droid jail.
Astromech jail.
But- So
Oh,
they're on the
wrong.
planet.
Oh, you looked at the wrong camera.
All right, no, let's have some more pros though for this episode. Spoiler pros. Give me some spoiler pros.
So the love
A
story
loving
between
yes,
endeavor.
dude, we totally
Din
called
and
that.
Dinbo.
Dinbo. That's what we're
That's
calling
their-
them. Dinbo.
That's their relationship
That
name.
is their-
It's definitely gonna happen.
It's definitely
like
their couple
it's
name.
amazing how much we're on the pulse of Star Wars.
Yeah,
these days.
seriously.
They're just out here setting up lovers.
Yeah, setting them blovers.
Yeah. Well,
Dinbo.
Dinbo. Bowden. Bowden?
we're right on it.
Yeah,
Sounds
Seriously,
right on the
dude.
pulse.
Dimbo's funnier.
Like, did we write the show?
Dinbo.
No.
No.
But could we have?
We
yes.
could have. They could have consulted us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay, so do
They
you
won't.
think he's gonna stay in Death Watch?
Bo Kitten.
Not if he did Marion.
I'm
I
just,
don't know
I don't know
I'm-
I just had
what
to
to
get
do
that
about
out.
that.
I'm flabbergasted right
She
now.
did call him daddy.
No,
she?
she called. No, she
Did she,
said-
Dustin?
No, she didn't, Dustin.
Stop saying
She
that.
said,
She
"Where's
said-
your daddy?
She said,
Where's your dad?"
"Where's
She didn't say
Grogu's
daddy.
dad?"
She said dad.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
you wish she said daddy.
Or,
No.
Oh
Kind of.
I don't
gosh.
think anyone wishes upon
Show's
that.
derailing.
No one wishes
Stop.
upon that star.
No.
Look, love is in the air, man.
It is.
You
and
can't
it's
stop
in the
it.
water.
And it's in the water.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
seriously.
mythic.
That was the first
Mythosaur.
time we saw. I think it was the first time in Star Wars that we've seen them like fly underwater with jetpacks. Who
Yeah.
knew their jetpacks could fly underwater?
I feel like
I knew that.
Obi-Wan might have
People.
done that in
Did
a
Clone
in a
Wars.
Clone Wars.
Obi-Wan
I
never
don't know.
had a
It was the
jetpack. Oh, yeah,
battle
he did.
underwater, probably.
Yeah.
They were
He's
doing
done
like
all
that.
kinds of crazy
Oh, with
stuff.
Where-
Kit Fisto.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Come out to
And when they got the One People's helps.
Bring
Yeah,
it,
the-
Matt. Matt's backing me up here.
Yeah,
dude.
what,
yeah, I think you're right. Are you talking about
Yeah.
the fish
Calamari,
people?
yeah.
Calamari.
They're not.
And-
they don't use jetpacks. They don't use Mandalorian.
No.
jetpacks.
The
Yeah,
Jedi
I'm
were
just
with
saying
them
they
using
had-
those.
They had
Underwater.
suits, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were.
Because obviously they had suits, but did they? I feel
Except
like they
Kit. Kit didn't need one
Yeah,
because he
'cause
can
he's part
breathe
fish.
underwater.
Yeah,
what?
dude.
But no, we haven't seen a Mandalorian.
gills.
Got them
underwater.
Yeah, but we have seen them use that type of stuff.
Right.
I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah. I just
I
thought it
don't
was
know.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool,
and you,
man.
and
Dope.
you kind of pointed that out, Dan, when we were watching the show. You were like, dude, fly underwater. That's
Flying
awesome.
underwater. I
He
mean,
basically
that's
became
the
a penguin.
That's what's so cool, and probably what you've always enjoyed about Mandos is that their tech,
Yeah.
their suits, like I go high in the sky, I'll go
Yeah.
underwater, which is the funniest part about the opening episode of like how they're gonna take down that giant crocodile.
Right.
It's like, well,
They
let's
just
just
use
stand
everything.
here to the air. After now 8 of you have died.
Right.
Oh my god.
Like,
Well,
instead
you
of
could
just
go
running right next
underwater.
to
You
it.
could go up high to get away from him. No, we're just gonna stand here. Let a couple of
Yeah.
us die.
The more we thought about episode 1, the
Yeah.
worse that
It was
action
like,
sequence was.
that
in the
fight
beginning
scene
was.
wasn't
It
great.
was.
Right. Especially that video I sent.
It looks awesome, but it's just
Yeah.
which one?
The one of the
It's,
guy that
With
does-
Obi-Wan.
With
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and
Oh, yes,
that was a perfect.
Qui-Gon.
I've seen.
great.
What's
Yeah,
the
what
name
does
of
he
that guy?
say?
Who's the name? It's
I don't
like when
remember his
Obi-Wan
name.
roasts. It's
Yeah,
like the
roasts
Obi-Wan roast
the
thing. They're hilarious.
First
Check
episode of
them out.
Mandalorian.
But he was saying, he's like, I've seen worse.
Baptisms in Florida.
Yeah. It was
It's
great.
hilarious. Perfect line for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that action sequence wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not an
just didn't make
AT-AT.
sense. That's like
Yeah.
kind of the writing I'm saying. Like for the action, like I feel like they could.
Yeah, the action hasn't been amazing.
I just
Right.
feel like they could make it a little bit better. They're not thinking it through all the way. They need
No.
like someone like us or someone with more like,
Like
need
you like
us.
see it visually and
We
you're
know.
like, does this make sense?
yeah.
Yes
No,
or no? If
it
it doesn't,
hasn't.
then you got to reshoot it.
I feel like a lot of the special effects people are like, this doesn't make sense, but we already filmed everything and we can't change it now.
Yeah.
Like type deal.
Well, I feel like they're trying to get away from the volume by going to other locations.
Like live, yeah.
but they're maybe
Right,
struggling
trying to
with
turn
that
it down.
balance. You know, they're
Mhm.
like, okay, we got to build this
Turn
world
that
a little
down.
bit, but we still are mostly going to use the volume because that's how we do Mando.
Yeah.
And I think you said they're kind of struggling. They're doing a better job than Obi-Wan did.
Right.
I'm disappearing.
Absolutely. Like
You just
100%
I-
better.
yeah.
Pretty
So
tough to ruin this show.
these are constructive criticism. They're
Yeah.
not like the kind of criticism
It's
I
not
have
like,
for like
wow,
Boba
you-
Fett
you guys-
and I mean
yeah.
even those are still constructive criticism, but it's just like wow, they
It's
suck.
worse criticism.
This isn't like wow, you suck. This is just like okay, it's good, but we could take it to the next level. Like we
Yeah.
could make this even better. And
Push
that
it to the limit.
Professionals.
Professionals?
professionals.
What,
Yeah.
what is professional?
I don't know, but it's going in my dictionary.
Yeah, it's
We're
just
up to 5 words now.
they need. It
Mm.
feels like they have to rely on an easy way out to make the action work
Yeah.
in this. Like you can tell that the action in this show is forced. You
Yeah.
know, like they're not really thinking.
It's
it
not
through all the way.
organic. It's mechanical.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, yeah. Because even with him showing up and blowing up the alligator in episode 1, you're like, oh, that was convenient. They would have been
Right.
screwed
Yeah.
otherwise.
Mandalorians are
Right.
warriors.
It's
I ain't
plot
seen it.
convenience.
And then again, it's even in this one, it's like he had to go get Bo-Katan just to save
Right.
Mando. You
I
know
love
what I mean?
I love the line when he's, paralyzed in that cage thing and Grogu tries to free him and he can't and he's like, go get Bo-Katan. And then she finds him and rescues him and he's like, how'd you find me?
Yeah,
It's like, dude,
You
you
wizard.
literally told Grogu to go get her.
yeah.
He
Like,
was
what do you
out of
mean,
it.
how did you find me?
He was out of it. He doesn't remember that.
Yeah,
how'd you
that's
find
the only
me?
thing. He
Yeah.
was kind of out of it because that thing drugged him for sure. I think it was crazy
Put
creepy
him on
too. Like,
some hallucinogens.
Yeah.
yeah, he'd be tripping.
Hallucinogens.
Right, he'd be tripping.
He'd be
But
tripping.
He was playing, he was in the other show, The Last of Us. Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
kind of like when Han
I
Solo's
haven't
frozen
seen
in
that.
carbonite,
Yeah, that's
and
his
he's Indiana
his
Jones.
dreams. Is
Pedro Pascal is Joel from The Last of Us whenever he's drugged out.
when he's drug. Yeah, yeah. Wow. That's,
I mean, you got it.
Yeah,
You see the similarities between the show?
it is similar for
Yeah.
sure.
He's got to protect a kid. Kid has special abilities.
I know that's the funny thing. He's like always doing that.
Yeah.
and that's like so many shows nowadays.
Right. Well, and then there's that meme. It's like by 2050, at least every single TV show is going to have Pedro Pascal protecting a special child.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I did like seeing in this episode that Grogu like showed some actual like ability to take
Effort.
care of things. Like he's not as helpless as he was in season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
He's still a kid, so he's still gonna get scared. But at least he was able to fight off that thing for one, a little bit, and get away, so that he could actually go get Bo-Katan. Also, the funny thing was like the timing of all that. I'm like, he had to go all the way back to the ship and then fly all the way. I guess that
To a
that
whole
planet
nother
wasn't too
planet.
far away.
Everything on Mandalore was just on pause.
You done did got hyperdrive.
That's kind of what it felt like. It was like,
No,
all right,
you don't.
pause.
You don't.
All right, we're
Does
gonna
he
go.
have hyperdrive on the. Yeah,
He does actually, yeah, and he actually has a sublight drive.
Sublight
so
drive.
he could have
That
got
as
there pretty
well.
fast.
He could have taken 30 seconds.
yeah.
Finding those subs. Sublight.
Or I mean,
Pumping them.
or he
subs
could have
up.
even get Scott out of atmosphere and then messed like
Who's
called her.
Scott?
Scott out of atmosphere.
It sounded like you said
I
he
heard
could have
S-
get
I heard
get
Scott.
Scott out
You
of
could have got
atmosphere.
Scott out of the atmosphere. Scott,
Gosh,
Scott!
dang it, Scott.
beam me up, Scotty. Keep it
Going
on
back-
Star Wars. Yeah,
Going back to my, this is my theory section of the show.
do
Let's
it.
hear
Do
let's
you
hear it.
think Mando's gonna stay in the Death Watch?
That's what's interesting about this whole
Depends.
thing.
Because Bo-Katan is in. What is hers? What's hers called?
she's just
Just
a
Mandalorian. Yeah.
she's just Mandalorian. She was a
What's her
part
clan?
of the
Yeah. What is her clan though? She has a clan.
Bo-Katan
Yeah.
Kreese.
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 Kreese is her clan, and they actually ruled Mandalore.
Yeah.
But they were a different
Some say
sect.
Kreese.
Yeah.
Because there was the ones that went the traditional, like, warlike route,
Yep.
which was Death Watch.
To the death.
And then there was the ones that went
To
the
the
more the
death.
pacifist.
Yep.
She kind of was
Well, still
Enigma,
fought,
though, because
though.
she
They weren't-
joined Death Watch. And that's what was interesting. And then her sister.
Her
was-
sister was a complete pacifist.
And this was
Mhm.
the really interesting part, too, was when they talked about her dad. Like,
Yeah.
they hadn't,
Right?
they've never talked about
Yeah.
their
I don't
dad,
think they've ever
believe, in
referenced
Clone Wars.
it.
And then
Right?
No, I don't believe so.
I can't recall any part.
Dan, Matt, you guys
I don't
watched that
know.
recently.
I
Clone
don't
Wars.
remember.
I didn't even
um,
know she had a dad.
No, I don't remember anything about her dad ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah. I thought
I
that
don't.
was fascinating. I love that they brought that in,
Yeah.
and then also like I just never thought about it because they never talked about it. But then it
Never
was a
thought
nice
about
spot
it.
for him to be like, showing
Mad
respect.
respect,
Yeah.
yo.
that- but then the weirdest part was right after that. Whenever she looked at Grogu and she's like,
What are you looking at?
Like,
It's like,
Just
oh,
ruined
you know.
the precious moment.
Yeah.
I think it was because Grogu was sensing some love.
Love
Yeah.
connection. He's like, "Ha, gotcha.
I'm gonna have a mom.
I'm gonna have a mom.
Finally, what I've
Yay.
always wanted.
I've always wanted a mom.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. I
It's
think.
definitely gonna happen.
I love though. That's why I say I love the last 5 minutes though because it really there's so much story there. Like I
Right.
can't wait to watch it again because I want to like get all that story goodness because she's talking about her dad. She's talking about Mandalore, and then she's talking to even like we didn't know that even her being a like royalty basically what she had to do.
Yeah.
She took the oath. Like that's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
She took the Mandalorian oath like the Death
she-
Watch does.
She didn't take it seriously though.
no,
She was
said
putting
it
on
was
a
like,
show.
Till now.
So she almost treats his faction like kids. Like
Right.
that's what the kids
Or
believe in. Or like that's
brainwashed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny though because she was in Death Watch. So
Right.
she kind of was right along with them. But I guess she evolved from that and I don't know.
I guess.
It's really interesting. That's
I
why
don't think
I
she
really like
knows.
it. And how she was kind of joking when she was reading off that text
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, she's like this.
Well,
because
because she's just going through the motions.
Yeah, 'cause
After a while, it just gets old.
it's pedantic to her.
Yeah.
It's just myth. It's
That's
just
a big word.
That's a big word.
It's going
and
in
I
his
don't know what it
dictionary.
means.
Pedantic. Oh, you're right, because she's like, this is stupid.
right.
Why are you taking this so seriously? And he's like, hardcore believer.
Yeah, and that's what was interesting in those last couple minutes was like her like seeing how much it meant to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
He was like, yeah, stone faced, obviously, because you couldn't see his face.
It
It was
was
under
like
the helmet.
that's why it was like she's she can get behind him. That's what
Yeah.
it felt like.
Like she's saying, like reading off the inscription, and he's just like, he's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to do this.
Yeah, he's so focused, like he's so singular focused that like he believes in it so much. And that's the other thing too. He
got
believes so
blinders
much
on.
in the creed and what they are that his like devotion to that I think is what's going to unite Mandalore in a lot of ways. I still think he's going to have to evolve past the point of not taking off their head.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Seems a
speculating.
bit
Like,
excessive.
do you think what if he just makes his own,
The law.
tribe?
His own creed.
His
Or
own
not his
creed.
own creed, but
His
his own
own-
house.
Essentially,
House Jaren.
Well, he's already been
Jaren house.
excommunicated
House
from his
Dimbo.
own.
Dimbo.
Dimbo house.
Sorry, well,
Well, he's currently been excommunicated.
Yeah.
And now, if he gets bathed in the does that mean that he has been bathed in the mines of
yeah.
in the
Technically,
waters?
yeah.
Technically, he's been bathed in
and
he got pulled
and
down by the
dragged.
mythosaur.
I think he went-
He's actually
Wow.
seen the mythosaur.
Yes.
Well, he hasn't. He was probably knocked out.
He
So
felt
the
it.
question,
saw it.
yeah. So is he gonna
she
be
believes.
like redeemed? He's like definitely never taking off his helmet again, or is
By Mandalorian tradition, they're both married right now.
yeah? What's really happening?
Right.
Does the mythosaur the priest?
Right.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
like,
this is a marriage
Mm,
ceremony.
I pronounce
He comes out of the
you
water and he's like,
Tenenbaum.
marriage.
marriage. You talk?
Yeah. He teaches Grogu how to talk.
Oh
I
my
love it.
gosh.
No, but I thought that's the fascinating part, though, is technically she was bathed in it as
Right.
well.
So
Yeah.
if she leaves her helmet on,
She does-
is
yeah.
cleansed.
It does end with her having her helmet on, so
She
I
does
wonder if she
indeed.
doesn't take it off.
No, I think
I don't.
I
know.
think what it means is I think they're going to grow past that together. I think
Yeah.
there's going to have to be
A bridge.
there's going to have to be some give and take here because
Right, 'cause
he
they can't-
definitely bathed in the waters,
Mm-hmm.
and did what he was supposed to,
Right.
and then she did it with him, and she also saved him. They saw the mythosaur, and Dan's laughing at me again. What did I do now, Dan?
That's just funny. Yeah.
Wide.
I did something. I said something silly.
Wide.
No, I just was remembering because you just said they both bathed in the waters.
Yeah.
How he walks up to the thing and we're like, is he gonna undress?
Right, yeah. And you're like, yeah, this is the only reason she went with him.
Yeah, the spectacle.
She's like,
It was-
That's what she
gotta
said.
see what's under the armor, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no. Daddy.
Not under the helmet, though.
Then that was interesting too. She fought with the.
That's what
the
I
dark
wanna see.
saber.
Yeah,
we need
say
to
it, Matt.
see Mando better with the dark saber because it's getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's had
sucks.
2 years to train with that thing. Well, I mean, and we also saw in
If
the
although
Boba Fett episode that he wasn't any good with it.
We need
still.
Ahsoka to train him. Or
Yeah.
someone.
or no, who
Sabine.
we need is Sabine.
Kanan.
Sabine
Or
is one of
Sabine,
the only
yeah.
ones who's fought with
'Cause
it.
Kanan's
Kanan taught her, yeah.
Don't say anything.
Don't say
What?
anything.
Why not?
That's it. No, I mean,
Don't say anything.
About,
Spoilers.
anything else about Kanan?
Oh, right. We don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Rebels is a fantastic
We
show.
want
Go
people
watch
to go
it.
watch
You
Rebels.
need to watch it.
All right, so basically highlights of this episode: Mythosaur. Oh my
Yep.
goodness. The story, the backstory
The
with
love
Bo-Katan. The love story, baby.
The love connection.
Love boat. But
Waiting in the bushes of love.
of love.
That's a good song.
And I liked seeing Mandalore. That was awesome.
Yep.
Dope
and
sauce.
how, it was destroyed, but it looked cool. The Lord of the Rings references.
Yep.
Fighting with the actual dark saber. That was kind of interesting because she gave it back too. That's another thing.
Well, she didn't defeat him in combat.
I know,
That's the
but I
only
was
way
like-
she can get it.
That's also like I feel like that's also a little bit of foreshadowing. Like maybe not like her leading with the dark saber, but the fact that they worked together. Like she worked with him using the dark saber to save him.
You see, and that's kind of the contradiction that she has. She believes in that,
right?
but
the
she
dark
doesn't
saber
believe in the
tradition.
creed
The only
of
reason
not taking your helmet
I don't
off.
know if she necessarily believes in the dark saber ruling. But she just knows that that's how
That's
all
how
the rest
she
of
gets
the
to everyone
Mandalorians.
else.
Okay, yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
fair.
And that's why she kind of jokes around
Plot
about it.
convenience.
And that's why she jokes around about it, where she's like, "You just wave the dark saber around; they'll follow you to the ends of the earth, or whatever." So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but those were kind of the highlights. I like seeing the ships, the CGI for the ships and stuff like that looks clean. I really like the look of that.
Yeah.
Anytime, and I love seeing her ship. Her ship was awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty.
And it's big.
Yeah.
What's the name
Spacious.
of that ship? Do we?
Mandalorian Starfighter.
Well, I think there's an actual name, but
It's called a Mandalorian Starfighter.
Well,
I know
that.
because I got a Lego set under that table that says Mandalorian Starfighter.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe. I thought I had a name, but maybe
Don't you challenge me?
don't challenge
I don't know.
Matt, right? Fact checker.
Oh.
Why are we challenging Matt?
All right,
She
what,
was wrong.
do we have
wasn't
proof?
she?
Yeah, he was right.
Ha! Got her.
Whoa! Oh, he's got the eyebrows
Matt,
to prove it.
Matt
wish-
1,
I wish
Omega
I could
0.
do the wavy wave with my eyebrows.
I can't
Like
either.
this? I can kind of do it.
Oh,
No, that's
you
not-
almost had it there.
I can do
Oh,
this.
it's hard to do.
Ooh.
That's good. That's really good.
The unibrow.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's the worm.
Doing the worm, baby.
Doing
A
that.
worm, baby.
All right, I think we've spoiled this
So-
enough.
Yeah.
We've had some speculations of where they're going with things. It's
Love.
exciting. I'm sure we missed a whole bunch in
Yeah.
there. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
But it was a fantastic episode. Let's rate it and move on. Let us know in the comments too what you thought. We want to hear about you.
Yeah.
I think
Your
we
thought-
last
what
week
you
was
thought of it.
a
Sorry.
solid 9, wasn't it?
I gave it a 9.75. I was
Yeah.
hyped.
I gave it a 9.5.
Yeah, me too.
And Matt gave it a 9.5.
I might have said, I don't know.
Did you say 9? It was either 9 or
It was
9.5.
either 9 or 9.5.
Dan, you gave it a 9.5.
I was saying 9 or 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think going back and looking at it, I would actually drop it a little bit. I was definitely like riding the hype train on that.
Yeah.
In the honeymoon
You were
period.
excited.
Honeymoon
Yeah.
period.
And I would probably drop it to like a 9
A
or
9.
8, almost an
Yeah.
8.5, just for some of the action.
Yeah.
But it looked good though. It looked really good. I'll
All
say.
right, but we're not retconning every previous
No.
episode's
No.
rating.
We're
Let's
not.
see what we're
Yeah.
at today.
Yep, definitely. Why don't you let us know what your rating is, homie,
I'm going to go 9.25.
yeah.
for this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the repetitiveness of he's going
scenes.
to take Mando down and then he's going to take her down. Just seemed like they could have chopped it a little bit, like other
Yeah.
than you got to see her fight the things and see his version. Then she got to use the Darksaber. I got that, but it was a little repetitive. But anyway, the Mythosaur like took it over the top
Yeah.
at the end there.
definitely.
I was like, whoa, are they? They are.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same one that Mandalore tamed?
Like if it's that old.
Or if it's
Probably.
just
I hope so.
Well, I think that's why she said what she said. She's like, if they lived, then what else survived?
I just feel like, man,
Mandalore.
nobody has touched that. This has been out there for so long in the Star Wars universe, which is, I guess, why you're freaking out, Dustin.
Yeah,
Imagine
it
the
is.
damage it could do.
I mean,
Yeah.
to see, like, if you
Could
go watch
destroy
Clone Wars,
everything.
that's the show that dove into the most to the Mandalorians,
I'm
Yep.
assuming.
and they handle that so well.
Yes.
And to see
Mhm.
that planet destroyed, and now the Mythosaur, like, we haven't
Yeah.
gone this far.
Yeah, the next step I feel like for Mandalorians is like make it like very like diverse for all the different houses. I want to go
Yeah.
into all the different houses of Mandalore. Why are they unique? What they like have that makes them unique, and how are you going to bring them all together? Like, what are the
Right.
factions like? I want to kind of go into that a lot. Just
See-
like you, that's why you call it the
you want the
Mandalorian.
logistics.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see the diversity among them all and how they're going to bring them all together.
Yeah. They're all going to unite and do away with the whole never take your
Helmet.
helmet off rule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
You know, it could be
Something's going to have
really
to unite
irritating
them.
to eat.
Right? Like we saw in the episodes, it's like, how's he going to drink that?
What
He's
you
like,
gonna do?
It was also a cool fact that in this season, I mean, we always kind of figured, but the Mandalorian helmets actually seal and have their
Yeah.
own like
Pressurized.
oxygen or whatever.
Yeah.
I liked that fact because always in Star Wars, I've always thought, I'm like, why do like stormtrooper helmets not have oxygen? They live
Yeah.
in space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
if you like fought and lived in space, you
Yeah, and
always
they're-
want to have a personal like
Right.
system.
they
for-
don't filter out toxins.
Yeah, that was
They
pretty-
filter out smoke. And I'm like,
as
that
advanced
seems...
they are, they're not advanced.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like, why would
That's why
you
it's
not
kinda
filter
funny.
out toxins? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
I feel like that's the first thing you'd want to do.
Right? Be like, is it toxic air?
Even in World War
don't
One,
know.
they had, gas masks
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
things. It's like
Yeah, they did things specifically.
Right?
that would filter out toxins and
Mhm.
junk.
True.
Yeah, but that was a cool point. I liked them
True.
showing that.
Yeah.
But, I think you were talking about some stuff, Dan. What were you saying? Anything else?
No, that was it. I think
Right,
that
we
was
were
it.
just talking about
9.
rating.
Dan gives it,
It was
a 9.
9 and a quarter.
9.25.
Yeah.
you
9 and
said.
a quarter. What do you say, Matt?
Assuming I rated last week a 9, I'm gonna call this a 9 again.
A 9 again. A nonagon?
I'm a 9 again.
It's a 9-sided.
I don't know
Right?
if it, it had its ups and
Nonagon.
downs. Mostly ups. but-
Mostly ups. I say based on the last 5 minutes, I'll give it a. What did I give last week's episode?
Are you
Was that a
rating-
9.5?
Yeah,
I'll
Yes.
give it a 9.55.
Oh wow.
Oh,
0.5.
up just a little bit.
It's like the same, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
slightly better.
For different reasons.
Yeah, I'll say I'm gonna go with a 9 on this one.
9?
It was solid, but really it was just the last 5 minutes that made it.
Yeah.
A 9
So what-
For me.
What's last week's for you then?
9.75 he did.
I
But
did
then he
9.75.
he said he
he
wanted to drop
retconned
it.
it.
Well, I'm not retcon. I'm just
Yeah,
that
don't
was
be
last
retconning.
week. I was saying if I were to retcon it,
So you
and
thought
thinking
last
about
week
it,
was
I would go
better.
back down to a 9.
What would you say
Oh.
if you retconned chapter 11 of The Mandalorian? You remember that was the one where I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I was like, wow, we're
I was
going
gonna
way back
Where are we?
in the way back machine.
So we got
Way
the
So this one's
Bad
like,
Batch now. Oh.
yeah, we're gonna go into the Bad Batch. We're gonna. Oh, the gauntlet. Nice.
That
Gauntlet.
specific ship name?
It
Yeah,
might
it's
have been
her-
hers.
it's her
ship.
ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
the gauntlet. That's cool.
The
I like
gauntlet.
that.
I like that. I dig that.
And I always said we should rate this warm or cold too.
Yeah.
I think for all of us,
It's
a
warm.
Definitely. We're
It's
bringing it in
it's
warm.
lukewarm.
It'd be funny if Luke was in it. Yeah, fantastic episode. We all loved it.
Yeah.
Mythosaurs, baby. Love the
Yeah.
Mythosaurs. I can't wait to see that. That's like why we ended it. I was like, let's just
Right.
go straight into the next.
Do you think he's
episode.
gonna ride it by the end of the show?
Yes, I really hope so. If they
That would
don't,
be
that is a
dope,
missed
dude.
opportunity. A
Like,
missed opportunity.
Could you imagine he gets all the tribes, all the
Yeah.
all the sections of
Somewhere.
Yeah, 'cause
Mandalore,
what if he
and then
tames
just,
it?
He just
Or
flies
Bo
through,
tames
and they're
it.
like,
So,
"Oh, it's Mandalore."
Yeah,
is a mythosaur only live underwater? 'Cause
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
There's not really. They haven't really gone.
Also,
too
is
Can
deep
it
there
into
more
breathe
than just
underwater?
that one? Well, clearly it's doing something under there.
It's doing something. What does it eat?
Maybe
But,
it's got
like-
like a bunch of kids and it was taking Mandalore to the kids. And it
Right?
was
He's like,
gonna,
"Hey, me and my family."
Yeah.
You seem to do well taking care of kids.
Yeah, right. I can sense.
I just needed a
I can sense
babysitter.
it.
Mandalore
Just
did.
need a
He
babysitter.
did have to get saved a lot in this episode. I'm
Yeah,
just
he did.
saying.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
that was
little
the only-
bit. I mean, but
He's
it's
a
Bo-Katan, so
Mandalorian.
Right.
it's Bo-Katan, but at the
It's-
same time,
It's,
you're like,
it's
we're
his
really-
future wife, so
Right.
Yeah.
It's building their relationship. Like
Yeah.
he said he owes her forever. Well, the best way to pay
he's
that
gonna owe
off
her twice
is
now.
to get married.
Yeah.
has he saved her at all yet?
I don't
Not
know,
yet.
bro.
On well, he helped fight on no.
I think
think
she's
so.
only
No.
saved him every
Yeah.
time. I think so.
Well, you know, he's still got to learn how to wield that dark saber. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's,
she
but-
is.
He's stumbling
technically-
around the universe.
and
He
she's
was
technically older than him.
he
too.
was just a bounty
Oh, he's
hunter
into
like
the-
Oh, he's
2
going
short
into
years
older
He
ago.
chases
Okay.
the older women, huh?
Yeah, she's older than him. What were you saying, Dan?
See, he was just a mere bounty hunter 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and now
Right.
he's like about to lead Mandalore, and she's been like royalty her whole life,
And
she's,
fighting in
little more
huge
experience.
battles.
She's
She does
led
have
armies.
experience.
She's led
Yeah.
the whole world. You know, she's dealt
Yeah,
with all
true.
the other factions. So
Maybe she'll train.
she should be able to take him on and teach him a thing or two.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
fair.
she'll teach him how to use the dark saber,
The
Yeah.
knowledge is-
and then she'll fight him, defeat him, and take the dark saber.
I mean, we
She's sneaky like that. That
we had
Bo-Katan.
that
She's sneaky like that. That Jesus.
that video where like who would win, Bo-Katan or Mando, that nobody watched because YouTube didn't want it to go out.
right? Or our
I
True
don't know.
Love
I
video.
think Bo-Katan might beat him.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen
She
so
would.
far.
She would
They
beat
might
him.
be setting it up that way. They might be
then-
setting it up for.
What if she beats him, but still lets him have the dark saber?
But kiss it. Oh,
Because she realized, but kid. Oh wait, but because she realizes that he's a better leader. I don't know.
Right. Or she or they both together decide that
will.
the tradition the
You had me at
tradition-
hello.
Hello.
No, they both decide that the traditions that they
It's-
have of their
yeah.
creed is
Are
what's
both
holding
garbage.
them back
Yeah.
from moving forward.
They need to find some common ground and move forward.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
have to yeah, exactly. Perfect.
If you like that video, well, that's on you, because that video was trash. Now I could tell you to go click on a link and watch the whole video, but I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing on the show. I'm kind of just here. So I'm just going to sit here while you make up your mind. And I'm going to contemplate life choices.